even though I'm a beast tamer, but my strength has reached 4-dan pinnacle transcendent long ago. Don't you underestimate me. Such a strong defense. I knew that this guy has the dragon bloodline, so it will definitely has an extremely strong defense, which makes normal weapons hard to be pierced through, but Hall Master Han can't even leave a single scratch on it with his weapon and all his might. Damn you, you're really not holding back. Qin Ke, we have been spending our time together for the past 3 years, so you must have known what kind of person I am by now. I definitely don't have the means to harm you. How about this, today? You. Don't force me. Do you really think that I'm going to just use that formation to tame you? If there's no other way, I'll be damned. Brother Qin Ke, since you don't want it, let's just forget about it. Master Teacher Zhang, please go and help Hall Master Han. That's right, Master Teacher Zhang, if the demon Qin Ke beast were to kill Hall Master Han, it will definitely come for us after that. That's true, I'll give it a try then. Damn it. I can't believe that I still failed in the end. Is my life going to end like this? What is going on? Isn't this guy so arrogant that it will never submit itself to someone, or won't even budge even if there's something tasty in front of it? Why did it suddenly turn into a spirit and start licking someone else's shoes? What the? I just yelled at you and you turned into something like this. Hold on, could it be that? Is this the reason why Hall Master Sai is showing so much respect towards him? If that's really the case, then this young man isn't just an ordinary 2-star beast tamer. Get lost, you're getting my shoes dirty. Or else, how is it possible that the demon Qin Ke beast will submit to him immediately with just a single scream, and it even throws away all the pride that it had before? Thank you Beast Tamer Zhang for saving my life. I'm doing it just because Hall Master Sai asked me to, so you should be thanking him instead. But what's with its looks? Beast Tamer Zhang might not know about it. No matter if it's spiritual beasts or normal beasts, they will be able to turn into spirits as long as they have reached the transcendent realm. But normally they will only do that when they have submitted themselves to someone. That's a thing. But it's still thanks to Beast Tamer Zhang, or else I would have died without your help. Hall Master Sai as well, thanks a lot. We're old friends already, no need to be so polite. I didn't really help at all, it's Master Teacher Zhang that tamed the demon Qin Ke beast. Master Teacher Zhang. That's right, not only is Master Teacher Zhang a master teacher, he's also a 2-star beast tamer, a 5-star appraiser, and a quasi 4-star formation master. Master Teacher, 5-star, appraiser, quasi 4-star formation master. I thought that he's just an ordinary 2-star beast tamer. I didn't expect him to have this many occupations. I didn't know you were a master teacher, forgive my rudeness. This spiritual stone, I wanted to use it to attract the demon Qin Ke beast and tame it. Right now, it seems like it's completely useless. I'll just give it to you then, to thank you for saving my life. An intermediate, spiritual stone. I need this as well, then I will be taking it. Don't worry, I will not take it for free. I will heal your wounds right away, just think of it as my gratitude. My wounds, can it really be healed? I was hit by the demon Qin Ke beast multiple times in a row, and I also used strength that has exceeded my body's capabilities, which caused my internal organs to dislocate and lose most of my strength. Don't worry, they can be healed. Well, demon Qin Ke beast, go and beat this guy up. Beat me up. Didn't you want to heal me? What did you mean by beat me up? Master Teacher Zhang, I guess we can forget about beating me up, I can just take the medicine. Take medicine? Master Teacher Zhang, I think I'll just give up on healing. I'll just... Hold on, I was able to push myself backward just by exerting some force on my palm, and the unobstructed flow of origin energy in my body. There could only be a single possibility. I have fully recovered from my injuries. Great ocean seizing hands, such fluid flow of spiritual essence and origin energy. Hall Master, you. Even your hidden injuries from before, they're healed as well. I noticed that you're injured, so I healed them as well. You don't need to pay extra for that. Also, Thank you, Master Teacher Zhang. That's right, if he's able to heal me, he will definitely be able to heal them as well. Master Teacher Zhang, Elder Hu and the others were injured because of me, please help to heal them. They've already been healed when you were still unconscious, but I will have to charge you for that. I was unconscious. Yes. This I know. This is the 8,000 spiritual stones that I used to bait the demon Qin Ke beast earlier. Hall Master, these spiritual stones. It's true that these spiritual stones are valuable, but it's nothing when it comes to the lives of my old friends. You guys don't have to worry about it. That demon Qin Ke beast has already been tamed by Master Teacher Zhang, so we're just wasting our time if we continue to stay here. We'll be on our way, excuse us. Sure, let's meet again in the future. The Hall Master didn't manage to tame the demon Qin Ke beast, then what are we going to do about the advanced studies? We might have failed the taming, but now that my injuries are all recovered, I'm confident that I will be able to defeat Luo Ming even without the demon Qin Ke beast and get the qualification for the advanced studies at the headquarters. Being able to heal your hidden injuries, I guess this Master Teacher Zhang must have quite formidable medical skills. That's right, I'm not really familiar with physicians, but I know a lot when it comes to beast taming. Being able to make the demon Qin Ke beast submit to him with just that one scream, I'm afraid that he might be at least 5-star. A 5-star beast tamer, and he might also be a 5-star physician. Why have we never heard of someone this impressive? No matter where he comes from, a prodigy like Master Teacher Zhang will definitely go and attend the Master Teacher tournament 2 months later. Let's go and cheer for him at that time. Master Teacher Zhang, do we keep going right now, or are we taking a rest to recover? Don't rush it, let me deal with the demon Qin Ke beast's physical issue, then we will keep going. By the way, Hall Master Sai, please go and call Senior Jean and the others. Sure. Impressive. This is half-consonant spirit, it just ascended like that. Did Master Teacher Zhang tame this demon Qin Ke beast? This is the first time I've ever seen a spiritual beast with the dragon bloodline. As expected from our young master. Alright, we're heading down the swamp, so I want you to hold down this place and don't let any outsiders or spiritual beast enter. I don't even know what to say. Alright, let's go. This is the place. Once we've entered the water, coat yourself with true essence and follow me. It's completely dark down there, try not to get lost. Sure. Such delicate craftsmanship. Using stones to forge a mechanism, and there's not a slight crack on the surface. The level of craftsmanship of this thing, even though it might not be on par as the celestial designer's mechanical container, it's still far better than most of the treasures that I've seen so far. It seems like the person that built this Soul Oracle's grave ain't bad as well. That person must be at least a 9mo craftsman. This is the passageway towards the Soul Oracle's grave. Once we've reached the end of the corridor, that's the grave. Alright. But let's not be hasty, there's a lot of traps and mechanisms in this long corridor. We must slowly investigate everything to advance. Let's have the puppets clear the way up front. These puppets were refined with specialized materials, so it's extremely hard. Even someone as strong as Senior Jean will also have a hard time breaking it apart in one hit. The trap just blew them into pieces. As expected from the creepiest occupation, this Soul Oracle's grave is indeed abnormal. Luckily Master Teacher Zhang has dealt with the soul stealing issue, or else if we were to be led here by the Luo Zhu that got stolen, I'm afraid that before we enter the place, we would have been wiped out long ago. All the traps and mechanisms here are all capable of killing people. I will be leading the way up front, and I will mark out the steps that I've taken as well. You all must follow my steps without any mistakes, or else, I won't be able to guarantee your safety. Alright. Master Teacher Zhang, this is a formation. No. If it's a formation, I will definitely be able to sense the flow of spiritual essence within it. But a Soul Oracle's graveyard is not to prevent humans, they're to prevent soul-devouring ants, and formations are useless for that. That's why, it's very likely that there's no formation here at all. There must be some kind of special mechanism. If they're a mechanism, then it will be even trickier. None of us here excels in mechanical, If we were to have a celestial designer here, it will be much easier for us. Celestial designer. That's right, celestial designers. They're an occupation of the lower path. They specialize in designing delicate items, items that look extremely normal. They are able to put in slashes or abilities. Once it's triggered, the power will be extremely lethal. A lot of elites won't be able to hold it as well. This occupation has their own organization as well. They're called the Celestial Designer Institute, specializing in forging delicate weapons and traps. But I've only read about this occupation from the books. The Myriad Kingdoms Alliance does not have one. I think that Huanyu Kingdom is qualified to build a branch as well. The things that celestial designers designed are extremely delicate. If we don't know how it works, it will definitely be very difficult to get through. The complexity of the celestial designer's mechanical container. I've already learned how complicated it is. If it wasn't for the Library of Heaven's path for detecting the flaws, or else it will be impossible for us to open it. A small box like that can be that delicate. If a long corridor like this were designed by people like this, the danger will be unimaginable. Watch out. Are you okay? I'm fine. The traps in this passageway seem to be much harder to pass through than before. Much harder. How deep is this passageway? How long did it take for you to reach the end? It's around 300 meters deep. The last time I was here, I used the puppets to clear the path little by little. I think it took me around 4 days to reach the very end. But traps like this are like formation. They will activate differently every time we enter, which makes the experience that I had last time useless, or else I won't get injured as well. It took you 4 days. 4 days for only 300 meters. It's really quite difficult. That's right, but if we don't take it nice and slow, we won't be able to make it. The sword chi hidden within the traps of the passageway are at least 4 Dan pinnacle transcendent. Some are even 5 Dan. If we don't dodge it beforehand, we will be cut into half the moment we get caught. We won't even know how we died. 4 Dan pinnacle transcendent sword chi. We can only advance step by step. There's no other way. No, the traps that the celestial designers left behind are extremely complicated. And they're changing non-stop. If we don't know the pattern, it's really hard for us to advance. Even formations can be stopped, so if we are able to find the switch for the traps, or maybe the trigger, we might be able to disarm them. Do you really think it's that easy? The things that the celestial designers left behind are like water wheels. They keep spinning non-stop. Even if you have seen the blueprint, if you don't know the theory or mechanism behind it, it's still useless. They're a really powerful occupation after all. They're just like formations. If they're really that easy to be disarmed, they wouldn't be feared by people in the first place. That's right, this is why people are terrified by celestial designers. They are able to use machines to form items that are able to kill people, and these items don't even need spiritual stones to activate them. If I'm correct, the pool water is what is powering all the traps in this passageway, so even if we have a compass, there's no way we can find the source. If we can't find it with a compass, that doesn't mean we can't find it with something else. Don't panic. Let me give it a try. Master Teacher Zhang, watch out. Let's stop here and recover for a bit. We have the time anyway, and we brought enough food and water with us, enough for our daily needs. We can only do that. We know nothing about this kind of trap, so we can only rely on you to advance. Don't worry, it's true that the traps have become harder. As long as we have enough time, we can definitely reach the end. You just need to follow right behind me. Master Teacher Zhang. Master Teacher Zhang. Alright, let's go. The traps are disabled. Disabled. I've just tried them myself. The traps in this passageway are much stronger than the last time I was here. Even someone that is used to messing around in tombs and graves like me will need at least 10 days to half a month to clear it. And these are traps designed by celestial designers. Are you serious right now? How did one kick just disabled everything? Didn't you just give all that big talk about how impressive and terrifying this thing is? Why did Master Teacher Zhang just give it a kick and disabled everything? Let's just go and take a look. This Master Teacher Zhang can even deal with soul stealing. It's not impossible that he understands the skills of a celestial designer as well. Master Teacher Zhang, wait for me. I got my soul stolen when I got here last time, so I didn't dare to proceed further. The place where he got stolen. Let's see if there's anything wrong with this place. Eye of insight. A barrier. Someone set up a barrier here. I can't even see through it with the eye of insight. Then let's see if the library can form it into books. If what the celestial designer made are traps and mechanisms, there must be some kind of flaws. I've read quite a lot of tomb raiding novels from my previous life. Traps are just like formations, there's always a way to get around it, or else how are they able to get in and out of this place after setting everything up? Greenish rock, naturally formed in the depths of the ground, is resilient. Is it just normal ground? There's no traps. It's safe here, we can just head in. These coffins are storing the soulless puppets, the one that I brought back is one of them. Let me take a look. Grade 7 metal coffin, forged by a 4-star blacksmith to store the soulless puppets. They won't rust for another million years. Flaw 1, it can't be used to store normal corpses. Grade 7 metal coffin. If it's like what the library has described, this thing is to store the soulless puppets. There shouldn't be any souls around here. How did he get stolen then? Master Teacher Zhang, should we open them up? Don't open them. Just to be safe, let's store them in the storage ring along with the coffins. We'll open them up once we're back outside. Alright, young master. These all belong to the young master. I don't care who you are, don't even try to take them away. You guys wait here for a moment, I'll look around for a bit. This guy, he doesn't even plan to give one out. Let's see if there's any traps in this passageway. Flaws. This is also just a normal corridor, there's no traps in here. It's safe here, you all can come across it. Master Teacher Zhang, based on what I know, the first chamber of the Soul Oracle's grave will be the guardians, the soulless puppets, and the second chamber will be the main chamber. This should be the place where the Soul Oracle's souls are stored. You mean, the soul of a Soul Oracle is in here? Since it's the main chamber, there should be. What is going on? Could it be, is it an illusion formation? It's not a formation. If it's a formation, there's definitely a way to tell it. There's not a slight spiritual disturbance, and it's extremely real. It's like we've entered into a completely new dimension. It's indescribably bizarre. Could this still be a trap? But how can a trap have this kind of effect? Let me try and throw out a puppet. What's going on? Could this be a teleportation formation? Teleportation formation. But teleportation formations will need to be grade 6 and above to teleport items. And grade 8 will be able to teleport living beings. How can a formation like this appear in a place like this? Teleport humans. Now even dimensional change is involved in this. The puppet just disappeared in front of us. Could it be, there's really a formation of this level right before us? But for a 4-star formation master like me, with the understanding I have on teleportation formation, if it's really at this level, it's completely normal if the dimension has been completely hidden and I wasn't able to realize it. But being able to set up a grade 8 formation, that person's cultivation must be above 9 Dan transcendent, or maybe in a much higher realm. For someone of this level to set up this formation, then how strong will the owner of this Soul Oracle's grave be? If the Soul Oracle is just a 3 Dan or 4 Dan transcendent, it should be fine. I can still protect myself if I got my body stolen. If it's really above that level, even if that person has been dead for centuries, I still can't imagine how strong that person will be. Master Teacher Zhang, are we still going in? If my hunch is correct, if we keep going, something terrifying will definitely happen. Even with the heavenly path's true essence, it still doesn't do much. It is safe to say that we'll definitely be dead if we keep going. But if we don't go in, there's no knowing how much longer Lu Kang will need to recover. He doesn't even fear death for me. How can I just stop here? All of you, wait here for a moment. I'll go in and take a look myself. If I didn't come back after 4 hours, I might need Hall Master Sai and Senior Jean to bring my students and Sunxiang out from here. Teacher, I'm not going back. I'm going with you. Same goes for us. Wherever you go, we're going as well. Without teacher, we're just nameless students in Tianxian Kingdom, but the accomplishments we have today, we've definitely learned a lot. Now that teacher is willing to risk your life for Lu Kang, how can we just sit here and do nothing? You guys, please don't chase us away, teacher. If the teacher is in danger, and us students aren't able to be there for you, if we manage to survive, we won't be able to forgive ourselves for that and live peacefully for the rest of our lives. That's right, teacher, please don't chase us away, even if it means to disobey your orders, I will still follow you. You all, if you really want to go, then let's go together. The teacher for the students, and the students for the teacher, so this is what a true teacher and students should be. I was wondering why someone as talented as Master Teacher Zhang is willing to bring a bunch of weak and young kids along with him. Now I know what the true relationship between a teacher and student should look like. The teacher is willing to face danger for his students, and the students will not waver for their teacher. All for one, and one for all. This is Celestial Master Teacher. Celestial Master Teacher, how is this possible? A Celestial Master Teacher basically means that he's acknowledged by the heavens and will automatically be recognized as Master Teachers. They don't need to go through the examinations and still will be acknowledged. Despite the long history of the continent, only Master Kong is able to do it. To think that Master Teacher Zhang is able to do it as well. It is indeed a Celestial Master Teacher, and it seems like it's not just 2-star. But no matter how many stars there are, being able to get heaven's acknowledgement is already a shocking matter. When I agreed to Xiaoya and the others, I didn't think of anything else. I just thought that the students can't keep getting protected beneath my wings. They will have to face danger one day eventually. After thinking it through and agreeing to them, I didn't expect it would trigger another Celestial Master Teacher acknowledgement. Myriad Kingdoms Alliance, Master Teacher Pavilion. As the host of this Master Teacher tournament, we will have to plan the preparations nicely, and try to get a good rank this time. Yes. And our elders have nominated a total of 6 candidates. I've looked at their profile, they're all young talents with unlimited potential. But there's only 2 of them that will be participating in this tournament, so we will have to choose beforehand. Harmony of Chimes, another Celestial Master Teacher acknowledgement. Even though the acknowledgement of a Celestial Master Teacher will be triggered at their corresponding pavilions, but now that all the prodigies around the world have more or less arrived at the Myriad Kingdoms Alliance, it might be triggered by them as well. That's right, if they were acknowledged by the heavens of Myriad Kingdoms Alliance, it is definitely possible that it will cause the phenomenon at our Master Teacher Pavilion. That's why we have to go and check how many prodigies are in the city right now. Prodigy? Could it be? Is it him? Hey, no way, he just got promoted to 2-star Master Teacher, and he's not even in the Supreme Realm yet. Even if he's able to pass a much higher level, how is it possible that something like the acknowledgement of a Celestial Master Teacher will happen? So, it's definitely not him. Fearsome. Even though the improvement wasn't as much as the Book of Heaven's path, it has still shortened at least a few decades of cultivation training. Let's give this room a look. This room is not a formation, and it's not a trap as well. Master Teacher Zhang, did you notice anything? Yeah, it's a trick that the soul oracles used to bewitch souls, which means that everything that we're seeing here are fake. It's a mirage. A mirage. If it's a mirage, how did that puppet from earlier just disappear? That's right, a mirage should only be able to confuse one, instead of teleporting things out of it. Soul oracles have the ability to bewitch life forms with souls, causing them to be unable to differentiate between true and false, which makes us think that everything that we see here is real. But puppets are different, they don't have souls or a way of thinking, which renders the mirage useless, which means that they didn't disappear, they remain in the reality, unable to enter the mirage, that's why we couldn't see them. If that's true, could this be the soul oracles? Oasis of the Mirage Deity. Oasis of the Mirage Deity. What is that? Oasis of the Mirage Deity is a unique soul oracle's trick. They are able to use their soul power to set up an unbelievably realistic environment, making others walk in without thinking. It's basically the same as the oasis in the desert. Once they've entered it, the person's soul will be torn away from the body and be controlled by the soul oracle, making them unable to escape. Soul torn away. That's right, if we were to enter just now, our souls would be torn out from our body, even if we managed to survive. We're the same as dead. Also, being able to cast the oasis of the mirage deity, which means that the soul oracle is at least 6-star or above. For someone at this level, they will definitely be at the pinnacle of transcendent realm if they are still alive. Even when they are dead, they're not someone that we can go up against. That's right, an elite of this level, they're not people that we can win against. I guess we should leave instantly. Leave, that's a great idea. But I'm afraid that it's all too late now. I didn't expect my oasis of the mirage deity to be exposed that easily. Not bad, it seems like we got a couple of nice vessels here. Master Teacher Zhang, I will think of a way to stall him. Please take the opportunity to bring the young master and the rest to leave this place. Do you have a plan? I don't, but I do have a couple of poisons that are effective to the soul, so it might work. Trying to poison me, you will have to find me first. You can hear telepathic messages. I'm able to communicate with you all at the soul level. Of course I will be able to hear your telepathic messages clearly. Alright, enough with the useless struggle, even though there's no danger nor traps in this passageway. I can lock this passageway at any point of time. Just now when you were all confused by the oasis of the mirage deity, I've already locked you all up, so there's nowhere for you to run off to. Not good, the passageway has been closed off. Don't panic, let me give it a try. It feels like this stone door is protected by something huge. Even when I use my strength as a 4-dan transcendent, it still won't budge. Let me try it as well. This was set up by a 6-star celestial designer. You can only break it by force if you're a 9-dan transcendent, or else you can only wait here and die, or let me take your bodies. It's the dragon's severing lock. It serves as the last line of defense in a fortress. It's designed such that one would be unable to break it unless one's cultivation reaches the required level. Even the celestial designer who set up the trap himself would find it hard to open it. Then, doesn't that mean we won't be able to get out? Everyone, don't panic. Since he wants to take our bodies, there's no way he will trap himself in here forever, not being able to get out. That's right. We'll think about how to get out of this place after we've gotten rid of this guy. Getting trapped is the biggest danger right now. Getting rid of me, do you have what it takes to do that? It doesn't matter if we can do it or not, we will have to give it a try. Give it a try. I'll then show you how laughable that thought is. Jin Song Hai. That attack just now is not an ability by the Soul Oracle, it's from a trap. Which means that, just from that attack alone, it's still impossible to pinpoint his exact location. There's no way that the Soul Oracle will give out his location. Or else how would he be able to possess us if we guard against it beforehand? That's right. You can forget about looking for me, there's no way you can tell where I am, and give up on killing me as well. You all don't have the ability to do so. Once you've entered this place, you should be prepared to get possessed. But, I can only possess one person at a time, so, the others would still be safe. Safe, locking us up in here, I don't think things will be that simple. I don't believe that after you've possessed one of us, you will let the rest of us leave this place safely. That's right, since soul oracles are forbidden. If the news about his possession were to spread out, even if he managed to leave this place, there would still be countless people trying to kill him. By safe, I mean that you won't die so soon. As for how long you will be able to live, that will be up to you. Up to us. That's right, I have 2 options for you right now. First, I have 3 trials right here. Those that are able to pass it, they may live, but I won't bring them out of this place as well. I will leave them here and let them survive on their own. Didn't this guy want to steal a body? What's up with all the trials? Normally trials or examinations are for people that are going for master teacher or other special occupations. With the strength that this guy has, it's very easy for him to kill us. What kind of tricks is he trying to play? What about the second one? Second, I will kill you off one by one, until someone is willing to take the trial. Isn't that still taking the trial? You just wanted us to take up the trial. What is the point of doing so? Could this be a selection of the reception lamb? Selection of the reception lamb. Selection of the reception lamb is a common term used by herders. Whenever they have visitors, they will kill a lamb to welcome them, but it's always a huge problem when it comes to picking which lamb is the best. Thus, They will let the herd run away, and the one that runs the fastest will normally be the one with the best meat quality. That's it. Which means that the one that passed the trail will be the one that he will pick to possess, so that he will minimize the power loss that he will suffer during his possession. That's right, I'll see if any of you have the physique worthy of a soul oracle. What's wrong? Are you scared? Scared? No way. Where's your trails? Bring it out and show it to us. That's more like it. Watch out, young master. Don't expect that you won't be chosen if you don't pass the trials. I choose based on the physique, not the speed or method used to pass the trials. Remember, those that pass the trials will not be killed. As for those that failed, you can only say goodbye to the others with regrets. This is the most basic ability for a soul oracle. I want all of you to train for it. Those that manage to draw your soul out of your body will pass the trial. Those that can't do it after 10 days, you will be killed by the traps. This is the soul guiding formula. The cultivation technique of soul oracles. I thought the first trial will be something challenging. I didn't expect it to be a cultivation technique. It seems like this guy is trying to choose someone that can cultivate soul oracle techniques. Those that manage to do it will prove that they are compatible with the soul oracle himself, so that after he has possessed that person, he will be able to work on his cultivation again and reach the top. Don't even bother trying your luck and wait until the very last day to draw your soul out. Trying to pull off something like that is useless against me. Your potential is not determined by how quick you are able to draw your soul out. Also, the soul guiding formula, once you've started learning it, you won't have a choice. This soul guiding formula seems like it's not that, but do you have any other similar techniques? The more the better. How about, give me 1,000 of them, let me go through them. 1,000. Give him 1,000 of them. Is he here to pass the trial, to cultivate, or to order food in an inn? What does he mean by giving him 1,000 of them? The soul guiding formula is the very foundation of soul oracles, so there's only one cultivation manual, there's no more. No more. That's right, all soul oracles use the same cultivation techniques, there's no other methods. Alright then. I wonder who inscribed the tablet. It's giving off a different kind of beauty. Just looking at the wordings themselves gives people a calming and peaceful mind. I guess he's really a 6-star soul oracle. Let's see. The soul guiding formula, the very foundation of soul oracle, created by the first soul oracle, Lu Mozi, will allow you to separate your soul from your body. Flaw, there's not much of them, there's only 10. All the cultivation techniques so far will have hundreds to thousands of flaws, to have only 10 of them. Which means that this soul guiding formula has been improved through generations, and it is almost near perfection. No wonder this guy said that there's only one of them. To have a cultivation technique of this level is already a rare thing. It's almost impossible to have a second kind to exist. There's only one heaven's path, and the lesser the flaw, the closer it is to the truth. It will be extremely hard to find a different one. Let's see what kind of flaws it has. 1. Upon successfully mastering the formula, one's cultivation will be attached onto one's soul, turning one's physical body into an empty shell. They might look like they're no different than a normal person, but their bodies are actually driven by the soul, causing them unable to fuse completely. Which means that once you have successfully drawn your body out, you won't be able to continue to cultivate your normal techniques that you had earlier other than keep cultivating soul oracle techniques. Having the cultivation to be attached to the soul is basically the same as giving up our own body and giving up our previous cultivations. If we were to succeed from this kind of cultivation technique, we would become monsters, and if we were to fail, it's very likely that this guy would kill us. I didn't understand what a soul oracle truly is previously, so I didn't think of much. If our souls were to separate from our body after cultivating it and turn ourselves into monsters, it would not be something that he wanted. Also, I have the innate fetal poison in me. If I wasn't able to reach a 9-star master teacher before the age of 30, even if I become a pile of souls and leave my body, I will still be dead. The innate fetal poison is something that even Master Kong couldn't do anything about. If being a soul oracle really can solve it, it's still not worth it for me to dive into deep oceans, stepping into treacherous plains, and entering underground chambers just to improve my strength. I can't cultivate something like this, but I don't have any other choice. It doesn't matter if I'm able to do it or not. This is so annoying. What should I do? If I'm able to come up with a way to improve the soul guiding formula, making it able to separate the soul and body, then being able to fuse it back together, wouldn't that fix the problem? But, where can I find enough soul oracle cultivation techniques to do it? Hold on, soul oracles basically just revolve around using their soul to steal bodies, so that they can achieve immortality. Then why should I be looking for soul oracle cultivation techniques, as long as there's techniques or abilities that are beneficial to the soul work as well? Let me look for soul-related cultivation techniques and psyche cultivation technique manuals. Compile all of these together. Correct. What's wrong with Master Teacher Zhang? Could it be that there's something wrong with this technique? It made him go insane. As expected, there's no flaws. Don't touch him. If he's really gone insane, all the more reason not to touch him. Very well, cultivate. My soul has left my body. As expected from the Heaven's Path cultivation technique, I've completed the cultivation. I still can't detect where he is even when my soul has left my body. Seems like this guy kept himself well hidden. Let me get back to my body. Master Teacher Zhang, are you alright? I'm fine, no need to worry about me. When I drew my soul out of my body just now, that soul oracle should have realized it already. Why didn't he say anything? Could it be, the souls extracted with the soul guiding formula are different from the soul oracles, that's why he couldn't see it? Let me try it. Don't rush it, I've just read through the entire thing just now. I think that there's no way this cultivation technique will be able to let us draw our souls out. Could it be that he's trying to trick us with a fake one? Fake technique, nonsense. Look at this part, diffusing the true essence throughout one's body into the various acupoints to augment the materialization of the soul. Under normal circumstances, we will gather the true essence from our acupoints to our core. We will then accumulate them bit by bit so that we can use them whenever we need to. As for this, it's asking us to dissipate our true essence. What's the difference between this and crippling our own cultivation? If we really were to do that, how can we even improve? If we have the power from the start, and we start cultivating according to this technique, our strength will only become weaker and weaker. This, now that you mentioned it, does sound like crippling our cultivations. It's normal for true essence to flow between acupoints, but if we were to dissipate them from the acupoints quickly, that would be the actual method of crippling cultivation. That's right. You're just trying to make us cripple our cultivations, so that when the time is right, you will end all of us. Nonsense, bunch of nonsense. Only by dissipating true essence from your acupoints will you be able to fuse your power with the soul and enable the soul to exist when it leaves the body. Or else, given that none of you are in the consonant spirit realm, with that weak soul energy that you have, how are you able to move around without the protection of the true essence? Protection of the true essence, that's quite the statement. Then let me ask you this, when does it mean when our true essence gushes out from the Huishan acupoint? The Huishan acupoint is where our spirit is concentrated at, so if true essence were to gush out from this part, we might faint from it, or even result in death. If I'm correct, if we really were to cultivate using this technique, even if we are able to draw our soul out from the body, our physical body will suffer tremendous damage, or might even die from it. I'm in the One Dan Transcendent, prolonged longevity realm. Even if I manage to draw my soul out from my body, my soul and body will be separated forever, and they won't be able to be fused back together. If we want to maintain our normal appearance without the people around us to realize, we will have to eat pills to maintain it every day. How did you know? You don't have to worry about how I know it. Reaching the consonant spirit realm does slow the process a lot if we were to draw our souls out using this soul guiding formula. But, even if our strength has reached your level, do you even dare to walk out during thunderstorms? Are you not afraid of lightning? Forget about lightning, let's just talk about night. Every day at the Z hour, that's when the Yin energy is the most dense. When it seeps into your body, do you also feel extremely uncomfortable? Only when you draw your soul out from the body that you can get rid of it. A soul oracle doesn't rely on the physical body, so what's the matter if the body is suffering? As long as the soul remains intact, there's nothing wrong with it. That's right, the soul is the strongest part of a soul oracle. It doesn't matter even if the physical body is destroyed, they can always steal other bodies to keep on living forever. But, without the protection of the body, Can you really fight against the 5 souls declines? You knew about the 5 souls declines. Of course, the first 4 might be terrifying, but they can still be avoided. But the most terrifying one is the last one, sense decline. A human possesses 5 senses and 6 perceptions. They are able to perceive shame, distinguish right from wrong, and comprehend pride and honor. However, souls are incapable of housing these. The more intense the emotion, the greater the damage to one's soul. A soul oracle's emotion would cause huge ripples in their soul, resulting in their soul energy dissipating automatically. Did I say anything wrong so far? There's no point saying all these. No matter cultivators or soul oracles, as long as they have started cultivating, they are basically going against the heavens. How can everything be smooth sailing? Soul energies suffer 5 souls declines, but cultivation will also suffer the 5 ordeals: heaven, earth, human, wealth, and law. Since it's still suffering, why not just become soul oracles and enjoy immortality? Immortality. Do you really think that soul oracles can live indefinitely? Even if you were to keep training to fight off the senescence decline, can you really handle the loneliness for so long? If I'm not wrong, your body has long been completely rotten already. Without the nurture of the body, even if you manage to survive, your daily life will also be full of suffering and pain. Other than that, every day in the Wu hour, when the yang energy is at its finest, are you used to the pain that's basically like millions of needles poking you? If it wasn't for the underground chamber that's hidden at the deepest and darkest part underneath the swamp, do you really think that you will be able to survive up until now with that pile of souls of yours? Is there anything wrong with this cultivation technique? Is it worth learning it? There's indeed some problem in it, but every cultivation technique will more or less have some kind of flaw in it. That's where you're wrong. Look at this phrase, devoid of thoughts. Guide one's soul around the Tianzhu acupoint and leave from the Huishan acupoint. If you change it to gather one's soul, break through the Huishan acupoint and escape through the Tianzhu acupoint, what do you think will happen? The Tianzhu acupoint is of yang attribute, while the Huishan acupoint is yin. If it were to escape through the Tianzhu acupoint, the soul itself will be of yang attribute, and it will not be affected by the yin energy. This will minimize the effect of searing yang decline, or even completely nullify it. But if you were to modify it this way, this will require a very high quality of true essence, and the true essence will have to be extremely pure as well, or else the soul that is carrying the true essence will not be able to pass through the narrow Huishan acupoint. Xiaoya, show your true essence to him. Yes, teacher. This. Can it pass through the Huishan acupoint? It definitely can, but not everyone's true essence will be that pure. It's fine. Do you want to learn it? I can be your teacher. I can just teach you. Aren't we in danger, and isn't he threatening to kill us? How did it turn into recruiting students? Is this really happening? Even if you're a master teacher, but you've just entered the transcendent realm, while he's at the pinnacle of the transcendent realm, the difference between the two of you is basically heavens and earth. Is he really not afraid of death? This master teacher Zhang, he didn't know a single thing when he first entered the Soul Oracle's tomb, but after reading the soul guiding formula, not only did he know about the 5 souls declines, he even found a way to resolve it. Isn't that just impressive? No wonder even the heavens are willing to acknowledge him as a master teacher. The potential that he has, it's too terrifying. That's my young master. Teacher, that's impressive. Are we going to have a junior that's at the pinnacle of transcendent realm? What soul oracle? What G-star elite? He's still getting played around. Acknowledging you as my teacher. Nonsense. A 6-star soul oracle like me, an elite that's at the pinnacle of the transcendent realm, and you're just a little one-dan transcendent nobody, and you want me to acknowledge you as my teacher. That's quite the joke. Ignorance. You think you can make me acknowledge you as my teacher? Stop wasting energy. You might be able to hurt me if you were to attack me yourself. If it's a trap, just save it. I'm the one that disabled all the traps earlier. Do you really think these will work against me? I have to touch the traps in order to make the books appear, so that I can know about the flaws and deal with them. The one that he used just now, I don't even know where it came from. I was lucky enough to dodge it just now. If he were to release countless of them, with the shitty skills that I have right now, there's no way I can dodge all of them. Facing an opponent that I don't even know where he's at, I can only fight him with my brain. I will have to keep him talking to stop him. What a shame. Such a great chance, but you didn't take it. Sigh. As expected, you're just a soul, you don't have a brain. I'm a 6-star soul oracle. What even is that attitude? Don't you think that I will just go and steal your body just because I'm desperate? If I really want to kill you, I would have done it by now. Kill me, do you even dare? You're just a monster that died for who knows how many years, just acting tough with the traps around. If you really wanted to kill me, you would have done it already just now, right? Me? Just do it if you have what it takes. Stop wasting my time, or you can just bring out all 3 trials at once as well. Forget it, even if you want me to be your teacher, I wouldn't want to either. I'm worried that it will affect my reputation. What's wrong? Don't tell me that you're just talking big, but you actually don't dare to do it. Die. Teacher. Master Teacher Zhang. Trying to kill me, it won't be that easy. Dragon Scale Amulet. When I got this thing from the Appraiser Hub, the Library of Heaven's path states that it can defend against attacks from 9 Dan Transcendent. I can finally use it now. I'll have you dead. Have me dead. There might be a chance just now. As for now, I guess you won't be able to. Xinyan, spear. Yes. What are you trying to do? What do you think? Wait. That's shattered by none. The lock of crimson metal, an undisturbed rest for 10 millenniums. That's the crimson metal coffin. Even a 9 Dan Transcendent wouldn't be able to do anything to it. But for Master Teacher Zhang to break it open in just a single thrust, how is that possible? Crimson metal coffin. You mean the crimson metal coffin that only 6-star blacksmiths are able to forge using deep ocean metal? Yeah, I only managed to get a clearer look just now. That's the crimson metal coffin. I thought, once this thing is locked up, there's no way that it can be opened by anyone. How is it? Crimson metal coffin. It's forged by 6-star blacksmiths. Once it's locked up, even the smartest grave robber wouldn't be able to crack it open, unless they're 9 Dan Transcendent or above. Hence the saying, shattered by none. The lock of crimson metal, an undisturbed rest for 10 millenniums. Being able to see through the flaw in the soul-guiding formula, injuring a 6-star soul oracle in one hit, breaking open a crimson metal coffin in just one thrust. With that kind of power and strength. This Master Teacher Zhang, is he really just a 1 Dan Transcendent? Not only the coffin, look at the corpse within it. For a 9 Dan Transcendent, the body should be as hard as steel. How can it turn into dust just like that in just one thrust? Is this the true strength of a Master Teacher? What are you doing? Nothing. I'm just digging you out. Just stay still. Could that be? The 7 Hearts Underworld Lotus. The 7 Hearts Underworld Lotus, what is that? It is rumored that it's the treasure of a soul oracle, which can be used to forge a new physical body. And the body that's being forged will have a unique constitution as well. A unique constitution. When a unique constitution is activated, their cultivation speed will be much faster than a normal person's. Being able to forge a new body with a unique constitution, that's too terrifying. But something is not right. What is it? The 7 Hearts Underworld Lotus survives by relying on strength. If I'm not wrong, the corpse of the tomb's owner has been devoured already, or else there's no way that a 9 Dan Transcendent's body will turn into dust that easily. But, using the corpse to feed the lotus, under normal circumstances, that lotus will soon turn into the tomb's owner's body and take over the world. But, why is it still slumbering deep within the tomb, and still trying to take over our bodies? Let me go. Let you go, so that you can keep on trying to kill us. As long as you're willing to let me go, we can talk about anything. I'm a soul oracle, I have gathered countless treasures, and I can give them all to you. I can even give you this 7 Hearts Underworld Lotus. Give me, I don't even want them. Also, about those treasures that you mentioned, if I guessed it correctly, you must have converted them into spiritual stones to feel this lotus already. How did you know? I can tell that the dust around the lotus is all from spiritual stones shattering. You! Master Teacher Zhang, what is going on? What's going on? I'll let you be the one to explain it. I'll say, I'm a 6-star soul oracle, and my cultivation has reached 9 Dan pinnacle transcendent. Unfortunately, at the very last stage of my ascension, even though my soul remains alive, my physical body has reached its end. It was at that moment I found this 7 Hearts Underworld Lotus. This thing is an invaluable treasure to us soul oracles. As long as we refine it, it can be turned into physical bodies. And it will have a unique constitution as well. With that, I might be able to overcome that last stage of ascension and reach a much higher realm. Which is why I started to make preparations, using up all my savings to build a tomb, just so that I can refine this thing peacefully. I was just wondering, since a soul oracle can't die, and they can steal other people's bodies, why do they have to go through all the effort just to build a tomb hidden under a swamp? It looked like he wanted to hide from others, but it's actually to refine this lotus. Have biscuits here, you want them? Sure, give me one. This thing is extremely rare, it would be a problem if other soul oracles knew about it. So I chose to fake my death. If you wanted to refine this thing, why haven't you succeeded yet? After the tomb has been built, I immediately start to refine this after I have faked my death. I thought that with my strength and experience, I can definitely be reborn with a new body very soon. But I failed. If you planned to fake your death, you must have known how to refine this lotus. How did it fail? It's because this is not a 7 Hearts Underworld Lotus, it's a 9 Hearts Lotus. 9 Hearts Lotus. That's right, the 7 Hearts Lotus is known to be a sacred item that can be turned into a physical body after refinement, but the 9 Hearts Lotus has never appeared in the Master Teacher continent before. If I were to rank it, it would definitely be a God artifact. God artifact. Artifacts are the same as abilities, they're categorized into God, sacred, spiritual, phantom and mortal. A sacred artifact is something that you will never find even if you've looked through the entire Myriad Kingdoms alliance. Those that are higher ranked, it is rumored that there's no knowing if you can even find one throughout the entire Master Teacher continent. And this lotus is actually one of them. That's just too terrifying. I forcibly tried to refine a God artifact. Of course it will never succeed. Not only that, all my treasures have been completely devoured. My soul got trapped within it as well, and it has been tens of thousands of years since then. So, you're planning to get one of us to suffer in your place, so that you can get your own freedom. That's right. After being trapped for so long, I've been thinking on how to get away from this thing. After quite some time, I've finally thought of something. Since the 9 Hearts Lotus has trapped me within it, it didn't get to be refined, and it couldn't devour as well, which means it doesn't have the power to kill me. So if I manage to find a fresh soul to take my place, I might be able to get out of it. It's just like when someone drowned in the river, they will find someone to take their spot every few years. The 9 Hearts Lotus just wants a soul. As long as I can find a soul to take my place, I will definitely be able to get away from this place. I won't have to guard this dark and creepy tomb every day. Once I came up with this idea, I started working on separating my soul. Who knows how long it took me to split one out. It's just that, its strength is too weak, it's only around 3 Dan Transcendent. I thought that with strength that weak, it won't be able to survive that long and it will be devoured up by time and die on its own. Who knows? At this very moment, this grave-robbing guy came. Which then gave me an idea. I purposely tuned the traps at the entrance to be slightly easier, so that he can come in easily, then, I'll take over his body. When I succeeded, this guy ran out of this place because he was scared. My plan was just to use the soulless puppet to lure more people in after I've taken over the body. Then I will pick the most suitable soul to take over my place. Who knew that this guy has a strong will, plus my strength decreased greatly after the steal, so I didn't manage to succeed, and I ended up being killed by a weak butler. You're weak yourself. Don't blame me. Hold on. Since you're able to split your soul out from the lotus, why do you want to steal other people's bodies? I, indeed managed to split my soul out, but the soul will be heavily damaged when it leaves the lotus, so it couldn't survive long. Even if I managed to take over a body, that still doesn't fix the root problem. I have to find a new soul to take over my place in order to get away from this thing completely. Then, why didn't you just bewitch Luo Zhu, so that he will take over your place? What if he didn't plan to come back after leaving this place? Wouldn't that be wasting your efforts? Grave robbers are mostly of the Yin attribute. These kinds of people can't even learn the soul guiding formula. Also, just look at his age. He's almost at his limit, and with that weak strength of his, what's the point in stealing his body? To face death again. When that soul got killed, I gave up hope, but I didn't expect all of you to come here. So what I have to do next is just to bait you all to learn the soul guiding formula, then let your soul come into contact with the lotus. That way, your soul will be attracted automatically, then, you'll be taking over my place. Something's not right. With strength at your level, you could have just forced our souls out from our body and let the lotus devour us. About that, it's not that he didn't want to do it, it's just that, he couldn't. There's 2 reasons. First, the soul oracle suffers from strength decline. Forcing himself to use his soul power and extracting other people's souls will only cause himself to suffer damage. Secondly, he's trapped within the lotus. For him to be able to control the traps and ambush me is already the most he can do. If he even wants to fight all of us and kill us, that will be literally impossible. Or else he would have done it already. There's no point for him to keep using traps against us, and even hide himself up. Based on the attacks that he used just now, and forming them into books for the library. Being able to force his soul and aura out and control the traps when he's being trapped by a god artifact is already an incredible feat. If he's able to kill all of us easily, he wouldn't have to go through all the trouble to do all that.